Relentless, record-shattering rains have unleashed devastation on Beijing, overwhelming the city's defenses. What began as torrential downpours quickly spiraled into one of the most catastrophic urban flooding disasters in China's modern history. Fueled by the remnants of Typhoon Dana's and a violent monsoonal surge, a dam collapse ripped open Beijing's fragile flood control system. Walls of water exploded into neighborhoods, submerging highways, devouring streets, and forcing desperate mass evacuations. Within mere hours, the capital's vital infrastructure crumbled. Power grids flickered, roads sank under torrents, and the subway ground to a halt. Entire districts were paralyzed as thousands fled in panic, revealing fatal flaws in Beijing's flood defenses. In Chaoyang district, rainfall reached a staggering 68.2 millimeters in a single hour. The Beijing Meteorological Bureau scrambled to issue a blue rainstorm alert, but the warning was too late. Streets became rivers. Communities were swallowed by black, rushing water. Despite recent sponge city upgrades, Beijing's storm drains collapsed under the deluge. Runoff surged unchecked, flooding homes, hospitals, and schools. Emergency crews waded through chest-deep torrents to rescue trapped residents and clear submerged intersections. Authorities rushed to evacuate thousands from low-lying zones and hillside villages threatened by landslides. Helicopters circled overhead, while fire brigades battled both floodwaters and rising fears of mudslides and secondary dam failures across the city. The transport system collapsed into chaos. Flights were grounded, train services crippled, and entire subway lines drowned. By October 3rd, more than 10,000 residents had been displaced within Beijing, while surrounding provinces reported mounting evacuations. The catastrophe is not confined to the capital. Across Guizhou and Sichuan, rivers tore past historical flood levels, breaking records that stood for generations. The Qishu River swelled to its highest since 1953, while the Xiao River surged to a 29-year peak. Over 80,000 people have already been forced from their homes across central and southwestern China. State media warns of looming dam failures, levee collapses, and rivers still climbing. This is not just flooding. It is a slow-motion national catastrophe. Experts point to a deadly convergence: typhoon remnants, swollen monsoonal currents, and climate extremes converging over inland China. Meteorologists warn such violent weather systems are likely to intensify, as the planet warms beyond safe thresholds. The disaster was magnified by a suffocating heat wave that baked northern China just weeks before, draining emergency reserves and crippling response teams. Now, rescue workers race against exhaustion, flood, and disease in a fight for survival. Health officials sound alarms over contamination of food and drinking water. Residents are urged to boil every drop, avoid floodwaters, and report illnesses. The sweltering humidity breeds fear of cholera and dysentery outbreaks in devastated neighborhoods. The forecast shows no mercy. Meteorologists predict further rainfall through October 6th, stoking fears of fresh floods and landslides in rural outskirts. Authorities plead with residents to stay vigilant and cling to emergency updates as the skies refuse to clear. Beijing's drowned boulevards, shattered dams, and displaced families have carved indelible images of urban fragility. Even the world's most advanced capitals stand defenseless before the wrath of climate-fueled megastorms. And Beijing now bears the scars. This disaster is not just about broken infrastructure. It is about survival against rising odds, resilience under collapse, and the terrifying urgency of preparing for a climate that is spiraling further beyond control. The capital will not forget this week. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note: some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe,